That was the most intense burp that I've ever heard in my life, and I'm so upset that it wasn't caught on audio.
I'm really happy it wasn't because it was a little too intense for my liking.
It was disgusting. It
It
was
was pretty
not
nasty.
okay.
I don't really know how it happened, but it just happened.
Jake just burped and said, I felt that in my soul. And it was so large that I was like, I felt it in my soul across the country.
In Nashville, from all the way from Napa.
Like, damn. Well, if you don't know who we are, the crazy people talking about burping, I'm Ricki.
I'm Jake.
And you're listening to 20 Somethings Doing Nothing.
And here we are doing nothing.
Doing nothing. My hair looks insane. So if you're watching on YouTube, please just don't mind me.
So some people who are listening to this will probably find this funny that you and I just discovered what ranch water is.
Yeah, like what it actually is. So I drink this seltzer that I found in Nashville called Ranch Water. And this isn't the one, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see it. This isn't the one that's my favorite. I love the spicy one, but I also really like the grapefruit. This is like my new favorite seltzer.
Oh,
but apparently ranch water is a legitimate thing, and I had no idea.
Yeah, I don't know why. So it's basically, if you don't know what it is, it's tequila soda, but the soda part is Topo Chico. Topo Chico.
One more time.
Topo Chico.
There you go.
I've never had Topo Chico. They have a hard seltzer that I have had.
And you like it? Or not so much?
Eh,
no?
It's all right.
Okay, I highly suggest ranch water, but you can't get it there, I don't think.
Wait, so is that ranch water seltzer made with mineral water? Because I think that's the whole deal of Topo Chico.
Oh. It does not say.
Huh. I wonder why they call it ranch water then.
Maybe just because it's the same idea.
Marketing scheme.
All I know is that it tastes delicious.
I'm drinking a lemon White Claw right now.
Lemon? I don't know if I like lemon.
Like in general, or the lemon White Claw?
The lemon White Claw.
Oh, yeah, it's all right.
I think there's other flavors that are better.
I agree.
But you know what? We make do with what we have. So congrats on your lemon White Claw.
Thanks.
All right, I think it's time to get into random shit.
What do you have for random shit?
I really don't have much. I haven't been thinking about a lot because I've just been working so much. So I guess my random shit is really the fact of like, holy shit, I realized that like I'm going to be working for the next however many years, and that's rough. When you really think about it, like I'm about to be 29. Gross. So I'm only 29 and I'm going to be working for a very long time. I have 2 weeks, Jake.
Yeah, but you're not 29 yet. Don't tell yourself you're 29.
I feel like I might as well just give in to the fact that I'm 29 at this point. Like I had to not fight it anymore.
Well, that's I always think about like how many years we're going to be working, but then I'm like, well, what do you do when you retire? Like some people will actually do things.
Enjoy life.
Right, I guess you just do whatever the hell you want. That's why we got to work our ass off now, so when we retire, we can have money to do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, if we live that long.
Wow, that
was grim.
Sad.
Yeah, that was grim. I'm sorry. I take it back. I didn't mean for it to go that way. That was not where I was going with this.
Wait, what a way to start the podcast.
Sorry. I just like really did realize like, wow, I'm going to be working for what feels like forever. And I'm lucky that I have a job that I genuinely enjoy. But still, even with the job that I enjoy, the idea of working for the next like 40 years, like, oof.
It doesn't really bother me as much.
It's a lot. It doesn't?
Well, I think it doesn't bother me because I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. Like I know in 20 years from now, I probably won't be doing what I'm doing now. So I think what I do is going to change enough that it'll stay exciting. Or that's the goal.
Okay. Like you don't want to stay in one job ever? Like you want to continuously switch jobs? You've already done it once. I guess it's not that hard to do it again.
Well, I was watching something on TikTok, of course. That's how every story starts these days. About
the TikToks.
About how this guy increased his salary by like 400% since he got out of college just by switching jobs, which actually makes a lot of sense because every time you go to a new job, you're going to get yourself a increase in
Pay
salary,
raise.
hypothetically. Not hypothetically. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. Hypothetically, I think is what you're looking for.
I don't know.
I don't think you're looking for a different word than hypothetically, but hypothetically is also works in the situation.
Whatever word that means like hopefully. Hopefully you get yourself a raise, right? So, right. But then I talk to people that have been with their company for a long time, and there's benefits to doing that because some companies will treat you really well. So it's like, do you stay at your job or stay with your company because they're going to treat you really well, or do you keep moving jobs to keep growing?
I feel like this sticking with your job thing is a very old school thought process.
And well, that especially was also, with what we do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's no way that I'm going to be able to stick with one job really for the next like 30 years. I'm definitely going to end up somewhere else at some point. But I think that like our generation is so much more inclined to not stick with a company because they realize that companies don't really give a fuck about them. In reality, you're just a number. So if there's a better opportunity or something better suited for you, then you should leave to go do that better opportunity that's better suited for you. Where I think our parents' generation and the generation before that really stuck to the if you're loyal to them, they're loyal to you kind of idea, which worked out for a lot of them. I don't know when that changed, to be honest. I don't know what happened in companies where they stopped giving a fuck at all. I guess maybe when they became like massive corporations, that might be when it happened.
My company now I actually really like, and I wouldn't say that if I didn't. Do I think they're the greatest company in the world? No. Do I think they've treated me well enough so far? Absolutely. But do I see myself? I don't know. I don't know if I see myself working for this company forever. I mean, maybe because there's so many different things that I could do within the company that I wouldn't be. It's not like I'm going to be content producer for the rest of my life. That's just not going to happen. I'm going to hopefully grow with the company and do different things. But I don't know. I guess I see why people will stay with the company, but also like life is short. If something better comes your way, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I also think that a lot of us, and we've talked about this on many occasions, have just changed our thought process in the last year because of the way that everything panned out with the pandemic and how everybody was treated during the pandemic. I think that we all kind of realized, again, that we're just a number. You know, at the end of the day, you can work your ass off for this company, and that doesn't mean anything to them because when they have to cut costs, they have to cut costs. And that's just the reality of it. And that's business. And that's not necessarily... that doesn't necessarily make them a terrible place. It's just the way that it works. So why, since we're just a number, should we not treat them as just a paycheck?
Wow. Wow.
Let me take a bow real quick.
That's so true, though. Why do why do people treat their job as if it's the be all and end all be all if their job doesn't treat them the same way?
I don't know. We're kind of like programmed to deal with that behavior, unfortunately. And I'm happy that people are realizing that we don't need to be that way. Me included. I was one of them. You know what I mean? Like, I've worked my ass off for every single job that I've ever had, even the jobs that I didn't necessarily want, but I knew were like filler jobs to get to where I needed to get to. And I still worked my ass off in those jobs. And I still lost my job in a lot of situations when it comes to like cutbacks or not having enough money or the pandemic or whatever it may be, you know? So when it comes down to it, you could work your ass off and that's great and still obviously give yourself the edge to do well because you're a good worker, but don't make it your ultimate life. That's it. Like, is being good at this one job because there's just so much more. There's so much more to life than your job. You're so much more than your actual job, which is hard to come to terms with sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's so true. And yes, sure. Oh, no. So I'm a very big fan of like working normal hours, right? I'm not in favor of working 12-hour days because if something can wait to get done until tomorrow, it's going to wait to get done, right? My job is not curing cancer. I work in wine marketing. We're selling wine. There are
That's
things
so important though, Jake.
It is. And there
the
are
whole
things...
world might blow up if you don't get that done.
Right. There are things that have to get done in order for the business to operate normally. But a majority of my job is not insanely time sensitive. And why would I spend stupid amount of hours doing it when it can wait until the next day? Like, I'm a really hard worker, but I'd rather work really hard for 8 hours than slack off and then expand it to 12 hours. But yesterday, it's interesting that I'm saying this now, because yesterday I worked 11 hours, but not because I felt the need or I was hitting a deadline, because I was so pumped about what I'd shot yesterday that I wanted to edit it. Like, I was so excited to get it done. And I was like, I don't care if it's after work hours. Like, I'm just doing this because I'm literally enjoying it right now, which has been a long time since that's happened. So that was really cool.
And that's what you want. You want to enjoy your job. And that's why I was saying, like, I'm lucky that I enjoy my job and that I love going to work every day. You're lucky that you enjoy your job and you're not miserable. You don't wake up like, Jesus Christ, I have to go to work again. But that doesn't mean it's not work at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's still stressful. There's still a lot that needs to get done. You still have a boss. You're still getting a paycheck. It's still work at the end of the day. That whole lie that they told us growing up, where it was like, pick a career that you love and then you'll never work a day in your life, is bullshit.
Such bullshit.
You're still working. No matter what, it's still a job when it comes down to it. But that job isn't your only thing in life that you should focus on.
It is weird, though, because I was not super happy during a majority of quarantine with what I was doing for work. And now out here, it's so much different than what I was doing that it's just that fresh change that I needed, which goes back to our point. If that, like, that's why you should change jobs every so often, or just like leave your company and go to a different company. I know It's easier said than done. It's fucking hard to find a job.
Oh, of course. And then it's even harder when you actually have a house and kids and responsibilities like that. We don't have any of those things, so it's a little easier for us to just kind of bounce around. But if you can manage to do it, you should 100% do it, because it's so much better for your mental health, I think, at least. And then I'm sure there are other people who are totally cool with just staying at their job for 25 years, 30 years, and that's cool too. Like, whatever fits your personality and works well for you.
I can't imagine that.
Me fucking neither. I cannot imagine that at all.
I think about how long I've been friends with people. So, like, you and I have been friends since what year?
Oh my God.
Since junior year of college, which was
2013, 2014, something like that.
Okay, let's say 2014.
Okay.
So that's been how many years now? 7?
Ew.
7 years, right? Like, think about your friendships. Like, you and I have been friends for 7 years. How long have you been friends with your friends from home? Right?
Forever.
Like, stupid amount of years. Imagine those friendships, but you're forced to spend time with people because it's work.
Right.
Right? It's not like you are choosing to be there because you can quit. But it's different than, like, your long-term friendships that you've made and you've kept not because of a paycheck, but because you enjoy their company.
Right. No, I just can't imagine it. I'm a nomad at heart. So I love the idea, like, of traveling and going to different places and living in different areas. One of the first things that people told me in radio was, hope you're ready to move around. And I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Like, that doesn't bother me. So I love the idea of, for me, having the same type of job, just in different areas. So that gives me the switch up that I need.
Right. I just wish I could not work and just go travel and do whatever I want.
Agreed. I think we all wish that, but I think that's what retirement's for.
Okay, and then,
if we ever retire.
Well, right. That's the other thing.
I don't know if I'll like ever be able to retire.
You work your ass off for the hope that one day you're going to make it to retirement and you're going to be healthy and able-bodied. And why can't we just enjoy our lives now? Why try?
We try to. Like, we try to do that as much as we can. Obviously, there's limitations because, like, that's life. We have jobs, we have responsibilities, but, like, we try to enjoy as much of our life as we possibly can outside of just, like, the monotonous bullshit that you have to do every day in order to get by.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way to do it.
What is your random shit, though? Because this has kind of turned into just Ricky's random shit.
Okay, so I had a different thing, but I have this. I don't know if you can see it. Do you see this bruise on my arm? I don't think you can because
I
it's
can't
turned a
see
weird
it.
way. I don't know how to show it to you. Whatever. Oh, there it is. You see it?
I mean, I don't. I mean, kind of a little bit, but I
It's
mean,
a
it is
weird.
like a camera. It's not really going to show that well.
So I have this
What is
random bruise that's a dot on my forearm, and I have
like a perfect
no.
circle?
Yes, and I have zero idea how I got it. And it showed up today, and I can't stop looking at it, and it doesn't hurt, but it's definitely a bruise. And I'm like, where the hell did this bruise come from?
Hmm.
Like, I don't remember doing anything.
Have you been drunk the last week?
No, actually.
Oh, then you like actually soberly injured yourself and just had no idea that you did it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know it doesn't really happen to me often because I don't like easily bruised. So this is weird.
Yeah, but you're a little clumsy sometimes.
Yeah, I guess I'm definitely clumsy. I just have no idea where it came from.
It must be from your air fryer. It's out to attack you.
Oh, dude, that air fryer was the worst purchase ever. It's such a piece of shit.
So now you have two air fryers, one that's mediocre and one that's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I love that journey for you. That's
I don't know
hilarious.
why I haven't learned my lesson. So the other thing that makes me think of this is I bought this 3-in-1 phone charger that charges your watch, your phone, and your AirPods all at once. And I
Is
saw
that even
it.
possible?
Well, I thought it was. And I saw it. They make like actual brands make it, but they're like $100. And I was like, I'm not spending $100. Then I saw another brand that was like $60. And I knew exactly where they sourced the chargers from. So I went to this website that's called Alibaba, where stuff comes straight from China. So instead of going through this company that created a fake brand, I went right to their supplier and I bought one, and it was $8, right? Instead of they were selling it for like 60. So I paid $8 for this thing. It fucking fried my Apple Watch, and now I have to get my Apple Watch battery fixed, and that's going to cost me $80. And this stupid fucking air fryer that was $40, and now I have two air fryers that I don't even really like, and I could have just spent the money on one and had a freaking charger and an air fryer, and now I'm just out a bunch of money.
Jake Ford, I think you're learning a very valuable lesson here. Some things you can't be cheap about. Just spend the goddamn money.
Okay, so the charger I wasn't being cheap about. I was trying to avoid unnecessary markup. But I'm happy I didn't buy that one because that one was the same exact charger. So I could have paid $60 and fried it. But what I should have just done is paid the $100.
You also could have paid the $100, yeah. Got one,
but $100 for a charger? That's absurd.
Well, if it charges 3 things and that actually works, that's technically like, how much is a charger? $16?
Oh, yeah, I guess. 20, 40, 60.
So it's $30 more just to have it
all
all
of the story is it would have been the same freaking amount of money that I spent now that I have to fix my Apple Watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like you could have avoided this altogether and you kind of fucked yourself.
Yeah. And let's be honest, I probably won't fix that Apple Watch for a long time.
You definitely won't. And that's okay. It's all right. Get to it when you can.
Yeah. And
I just love that the air fryer is bullshit and doesn't work.
It works. But the thing is, I made salmon in there the other day and it made a freaking mess. Like I was cleaning it today for the 3rd time because it wasn't completely clean. And it was such a mess. I'm like, I don't even want to use this thing again.
Okay. So it actually works. It's just a messier one.
Yeah. It just has, it's just not, it sucks, but it works. It cooks the food. The food was actually really good. But the cleaning process is not worth the food. Let me tell you.
I just love this because you were so excited about this other air fryer, even though you already own an air fryer. So to start with, it was already a dumb purchase. But now you just confirmed to me, to everyone, and to yourself that it was so fucking stupid to buy that goddamn air fryer.
But it still works as a toaster oven, so it wasn't a total loss.
Okay. All right. But you also probably could have bought a toaster oven for a lot
half
cheaper.
The price. Literally half the price. This was 40. I found a toaster oven for 20. So, fuck my life.
You're just wasting money left and right, trying to save money, and in reality, you're wasting money. Oh, Jake Bird.
Yeah. So.
Oh, man.
There's that.
All right. Well, you know what? Do you want to do your inspirational speech now, or do you want to end on your inspirational speech?
Let's end on it.
End on it? Okay, cool. So let's talk about the fact that you wanted to bring up how we text each other.
Yes.
Because I had tweeted
and in
recently.
General.
Yes, I had tweeted recently that I don't say hello or do any pleasantries with anybody. I don't say like, what's up? Hey, or anything. I just send a text right away. It's very direct. There's no bullshit right away.
Bless you.
That
was like a sneeze
came
laugh.
Out of nowhere.
That was really weird.
I just felt a tickle in my nose and there was like no warning. It was just like tickle, tickle, sneeze. And I was like, oh no, I hate sneezing. So I tweeted the fact that like I don't do any pleasantries, and I thought that that was rude because people call me out on it all the time. They're like, "Oh, hello, like nice to talk to you," and I always forget that like, "Oh, I should have probably said hello to you," but you agreed, and you're like, "No, this is exactly how you should talk to people."
Yeah, I mean, I think there's situations where it's different, and obviously you are different in those situations. But if it's somebody that you talk to all the time, like, why do I need to waste text messages or whatever? Just like get to the point. Like, what do you want? Right. And so sometimes my coworkers will message me on our messaging app, like not email,
like Slack.
right? Like the Slack, but it's Teams, which sucks. And they'll be like, hey, hope you're doing well, blah, 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 blah. Can you help me with this? And I'm like, can you just ask me? Like, I don't want to have the whole small talk thing. Like, just tell me what you need and I'll give it to you. And then we'll move on with our day. Maybe it's because I'm not like good friends with a lot of my coworkers. But like during the day, I'm just trying to hustle and get shit done. And it's like, if you need something, just ask me what you need. I'll send it to you and we move on with our life. No, like, hey, how's your day going? Good. How are you doing? Good. Okay. By the way, I need this.
Absolutely. I'm totally
just wasting my time.
I also just want to point out that I thought it was really funny that you said, why waste text as if we still pay for text messages? And that just honestly like made me feel very old. Because I literally instantly thought about like, oh my God, I remember wasting text messages. I remember getting text messages from people and being like, that was a waste of fucking 5 cents. Because we would have to pay for them. We're so old.
When I dated my first serious girlfriend, it started in junior year of high school. And I had limited minutes, I remember, because we would call each other.
Yes.
And I would like
and
go
your
over
minutes
my minutes.
Were texts. Yeah. What bullshit.
Yeah, thank God we don't have that anymore. Unlimited
I remember
everything.
Getting unlimited was like the big deal. You know, like if you had unlimited, you were top tier. Because nobody had it right away.
I didn't have unlimited data until like a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I got it some point in college or high school because I remember convincing my dad that he was wasting more money by not having it because he had all of us on his phone line and there were 3 kids on his phone line, and that's just like, how are you not going to go over? Obviously we're going to go over. So just get unlimited.
And I would owe money every month because I would be the one to go
every single month. And I didn't give a fuck because I was like, well, I'm not going to not text people back. Duh. Like, obviously I'm going to.
I can't talk to you. I'm over my minutes. I'm just going to start using that as an
excuse. What do you think I am, a peasant? I am a peasant. We really shouldn't have done that.
If somebody calls me and I want to get off the phone and be like, hey, I'm almost at my limit. I got to go.
So sorry, I'm running out of minutes. Like I just got the notification on my phone. Gonna have to hang out now. Bye-bye.
I'm going to start using that on Slack. I mean, on Teams. Why did I just say Slack? On Teams.
Because I said Slack earlier.
Sorry, I'm out of messages. We're going to have to talk tomorrow.
People are going to be like, I fucking hate this guy. But I am shocked by the amount of people that actually agree with that. Now, I'm hoping that the amount of people that agreed with my tweet about being aggressive when it comes to texting and not doing any bullshit pleasantries will also agree with me on what I'm about to call you out on, sir.
Okay.
Because you do this one thing when we text that drives me insane.
Okay.
Every time I misspell a word or anything because I'm typing so fast and I don't give a fuck and it's close enough and that you'll understand it, you literally say, "What's that?" And I'm like, I'm gonna murder him. You know what the word is. You know what I'm trying to say to you.
Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do.
It literally makes me want to bang my head into a wall. I'm like, he knows what I'm saying.
If I waste text messages with anyone, it's definitely you.
We also text about shit that like literally doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Most days. Most days our texts are just ridiculous and don't make any sense.
I would like somebody to read a conversation. They'll be very confused.
I would like them to dramatically read a conversation. Like two people dramatically reading a convo between us.
We should get a voiceover person to do that.
We should do that because that would be hilarious. Because they never make any sense. They just kind of make sense to us. And then sometimes they don't even make sense to us because they're that fucked up.
Yeah.
And that random.
Speaking of random,
I got my... on yourself?
No, I got my haircut today and there's hair all over my shirt.
Ew. You're shedding.
Yeah, I know.
I shed all the time. What happens
when you have short hair and you get a haircut, then there's hair everywhere.
Well, I mean, when you have long hair, it still happens that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Like after you get a cut?
Yeah, if they don't put the wraparound thing on you the right way, you'll still get hair everywhere.
The hell's a wraparound thing?
Like on your jeans and stuff. They like wrap your neck with the... I was going to say cloth.
Oh, like the cape?
Yes. The cape.
I think that's what it's called.
A cape?
Yeah. Oh, no, I see... No, but I mean, I'll leave and then like until I shower, there's just hair everywhere, no matter if the cape is on me well or not.
Right, because you guys get it all over your neck and stuff like that. It's going to stick to you no matter what because it's
right.
Short.
Even just running my hands through my hair, I get hair on my hand after I've already done that like aggressively.
When you get your hair cut, do they do your hair too? Like they style it? Because it looks like it's styled.
Okay, so I styled it because normally they do everywhere else that I've gone, but I've gone to 2 different places here and neither of them have asked me if I want it styled, which is kind of weird because when you walk out of a barbershop, you want to like feel good. But if you're not putting stuff in my hair, then it's going to look like I just showered or something. And I don't want to feel like I just showered. I want to feel like I just got my hair done.
Yeah. No, that's weird. Because I was going to say, so for me, after I get my hair done, because normally I cut it and dye it, I don't wash my hair because I wash my hair every like once a week. So they wash it for me when I'm there, cut it, do the hair dye, and then I just leave that style for a week.
But do they...
So like, I'm just imagining having hair all over my neck and my back and like in my hair for a week.
Do they wash it after they cut it?
So typically it's dye, wash, cut, and then it's not washed after that.
So I used to go to a place that would wash, or they would wash, cut, rinse. So that way when I leave, I don't have hair all over me.
Oh, and you fancy.
Yeah, that was the fancy place I used to go to. That was great.
Oh, okay.
So I would leave
treat yourself with that one.
I would leave feeling really good, and then I wouldn't have hair all over me. So if I had to go to like, if I was going on a date or whatever, I didn't feel like all itchy and gross like I do right now.
Yeah. No, that's terrible. You should have a place that actually gets rid of that for you and styles your hair, because I would not pay for anything less than that.
And then here's the other issue. One of the issues with men's hair is, so my neck hair, we've talked about this before, my neck hair grows really fast on the back of my neck.
Ah, yes, you have discussed this issue.
Right, because if a guy has a really hairy neck, it grosses me out so much, like just get your neck trimmed. And so I asked this place, I said, would you cut my neck in between haircuts? And he's like, yeah, it's like $18 for a shape up. I'm like, you want to charge me $18 to trim my freaking neck? No, thank you.
Damn.
I know.
Just do it yourself.
I
guess that's
try.
a little hard.
Yeah, it is hard. Because there's like a line and I would have to get the straight line, and I don't know how I would do that in the mirror. I've tried it before and it's hilarious to watch. It's just a disaster.
So you need to find a really, really, really good friend there that you can task with doing this for you.
Right. When John and Erica were here, John did my neck and he actually did an insanely good job. And it was
that
great.
Makes sense. That checks out for me. John would be the guy that would be very good at that.
Right. He was not expecting to be good at it, and I was kind of nervous, but I honestly was incredibly impressed.
I actually fully expect him to be good at that. I'm not surprised at all. I don't know. He gives me barber vibes. Like barber if he wasn't in radio, I feel like he'd be a barber.
He would be such a good barber because he would make everyone have so much fun.
Exactly. Like I just picture him as someone who just loves to talk to people and get to know people and have like good conversations with people, and he's so energetic that I just feel like he would be a really good barber if he wasn't in radio.
Yeah, he's like good at talking. My barber today was like, "So, do you he was like, "Do you have any hobbies?" And I was like, not really."
Okay, well, I think you need a hobby, number 1. Number 2, that's so awkward. And then you're stuck in that chair.
Yeah.
You can't escape.
It was weird, but it is a good haircut. I'm very happy with the way it came out. So I guess I'll go back to him. Also, when I first sat down, I go, "How long have you been working here?" And he's like, "Oh, today's my first day. You're my first haircut."
Ah!
And I was like, lying. I don't know if he was lying, but my heart stopped for a second. I think he was new there, but he definitely had cut hair before.
I think that's a joke that people just say, but don't really mean.
He didn't sound like he was joking, and I was very concerned. It was one of those moments where you're like, "Shit, I regret." Was that your fucking phone on?
Okay, so the fucked up part
is that... Are you kidding me?
So my phone's on silent, but for some reason, my FaceTime video just came through as not silent.
Oh, that's weird.
So that makes no sense. Like, why did it do that? My coworker, Zach.
Oh.
Good times. I don't know why he's FaceTiming me. It could be for anything. I'm going to have to FaceTime him afterwards. Whoops. Okay, so
John's
enough
a barber.
About your barber.
Yeah.
We need to talk about your year of yes, because you actually gave me a great compliment earlier about it.
Yo. So when I first moved here, I told you I'm going to do the year of yes. If people don't know what your year of yes was, can you explain it?
Yes. So I was going through a real weird slump in life, and I decided that I was going to do an entire year of saying yes to everything. Yes to everything that had to do with work. Yes to everything that had to do with outside of work. Yes to everything that I personally have wanted to do, and just do as many things as humanly possible. Obviously within the restraints of what I can afford, but saying yes to as many things as I possibly could so that I could gain experience and like have a new lease on life kind of deal. I heard somebody else do it and they had great results. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. And it was the greatest decision I could have ever made.
And I decided that when I moved here, I was going to do the same thing because I knew 2 people. Well, I really knew one person when I first moved here. And I was like, the best way that I'm going to have cool experiences and do fun things is just start saying yes to things.
Heck yeah.
And so every time someone asks me to hang out, I say yes, as long as I don't have something else to do. Every time someone asks me to do anything, I say yes. Every time, I've basically been saying yes to probably 90% of the things that have been asked of me here, not just work, like life things.
Right.
And a lot of times I really don't want to do it because I'm an awkward human and I don't like being around a ton of new people. But every time I do it, something good comes out of it. Guaranteed. Yeah. Whether it's just a good night or like the other night, my friend wanted to hang out and I was like, I'm not really feeling it. Like I could just chill tonight. But I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's hang out. So I was like, let's go to the hot tub in my apartment. He's like, okay. So we get down there and there was 4 people in the hot tub and I was like, oh, I was hoping we would have it alone. So, which that sounds really weird. I was like hoping.
Okay.
I was like just hoping we wouldn't have to make small talk with strangers.
You didn't want to talk to other people, right?
Yeah. So turns out the people in the hot tub were really, really cool. And one of the other guys is our age and single and just moved here also.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yeah. And so he was there with his roommate who's a female. And then there was this really nice couple. and they have lived here. I don't know how long, but they've lived here for a while. So I had met 4 awesome people, and this one guy I'm like definitely going to hang out with again. I saw him at the gym yesterday, and he was like, yeah, we're trying to go hiking on Saturday. Do you want to come? And I was like, sure.
Oh, Jake Ford, you're making so many friends. I'm so happy for you.
And I wanted to sit in my couch and do nothing, but I said yes. And look where that turned out.
I love that. That makes me so happy because you had texted me and you're like, it's working, which makes me so happy.
In the last, how long have I been here? This is week 7, I think. Holy cow.
Wow.
It's either week 6 or week 7. I think it's week 7. Yeah, it's definitely week 7.
It went by so fast.
I know, it's insane. I've had just so much fun and such cool experiences because I'm agreeing to anything, basically.
Yeah. That's the best part, is that it's things that you don't realize will have a great outcome because you get skeptical about things as life goes on, and you get bored and you don't want to do things and you're just like, meh. But once you're forced to kind of say yes to everything, you just do it and you realize that it's the best thing for you. It's going to be something that you kind of carry over after you're done with the year.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, that being said, I was talking to you earlier about how my friend wants to do this workout class tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do it. But mainly because it's jujitsu and you touch other people, and I don't even like shaking people's hands now. So I don't really want to be that close to other humans.
Which makes sense. So obviously this would be one of those situations where if you weren't comfortable because it's your health, you can say no. I would not judge you for saying no in this situation. I haven't had even a cold since the pandemic started, and so getting that close to another human that I'm not having sex with, I'm like, nah. And I'm not having sex with.
Yeah.
That insinuates that you are having sex with someone.
Joke's on you. I am not.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if I was, I would be getting that close to another human.
Right. If you were so lucky to have that experience.
Yeah. Well, fuck me.
I love you.
Literally.
I'm so sorry. Okay, let's pick this up because it's going towards a more depressing route now that we had that little conversation. So you have a speech, an inspirational speech that you're going to give. Okay, inspirational/motivational speech, because I didn't think that you could. And we had said all while we were away in Arizona on their Twitch stream for Carla Marie and Anthony that you were the least motivational person. You were not good at giving motivation to other people. So I tasked you with creating a motivational speech to give on the podcast today.
Because last week we talked about how the key to motivation is confidence, and that's what I'm talking about today.
Yes. Okay. I'm so excited to hear this.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Can you hear this music?
I can.
Music. Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's working now.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So.
You're so excited. So now I'm excited.
Okay.
Oh.
Your brain. Oh, this is way too freaking loud. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Okay. Your brain is like a circuit switch. Once you believe you are something, you actually embody it. You embody that feeling. Let's say you were, God forbid, in a coma, right? And you woke up and you didn't have a memory. And you were told that you used to be a Navy SEAL. And they want you back when you're healthy. Do you think you'd act differently and hold yourself differently and conduct yourself different and have a different self-concept of who you were than if you were told that you were a piano instructor? Being successful in life is so freaking loud. Being successful in life, oh no, I lost it, is all about having the proper belief system in who you are. Truly believing that you are something unique, that you are something special in whatever field you are in. If you truly believe inside of you that you are one of the best radio hosts in the world, Ricki, you will be entirely different than if you were like, I hope I'm good. Your expressions will be different. Your tone of voice will be different. You'll talk in a more convincing fashion. You'll use your natural voice instead of sounding like you're scripted. You'll be more empathetic. You'll be more real and more relatable, right? Our brain is like a circuit. So if we introduce it to the proper wiring, you're going to go straight to the target. If you're unsure about who you are, then your dreams, your goals, they'll never become a reality. Everyone has mental doubts in life, internal conflicts, even the most successful people that you look up to. But they don't live there. It's how you handle those negative thoughts in that exact moment and overwhelm them with positive action. And that comes with this utmost confidence in yourself, that you can handle the situation. Trust in yourself that you are better than the moment.
Okay, Jakeford.
And that is a speech that Jarrett Grossman gave.
I have goosebumps. I was going to say, I feel like this is like a TED Talk. Actual goosebumps right now. And I was like, this can't be from Jake because Jake fucking sucks. And there's no way that this is from him. And I love that you switched it and you added me to it to make it more believable like it was you. But I was like, there's no way.
No, I watched some dudes talk and just copied it word for word. And then the music made it believable.
I literally hate you so much. I knew that couldn't have been you. And then I was like, you know what, Ricki? Don't doubt him. This whole TED Talk is about confidence. Like, give him the confidence that he needs.
Oh, that was amazing.
I've never hated anyone so much in my life until this moment. I hate you.
I'm sweating. That was hard. I can't be a motivational speaker. Fuck that.
So glad that we all now have come to that conclusion that you would not be a good motivational speaker. But that was good, whoever that was. Say the guy's name again.
Good speech. Jarrett Grossman.
Was that a TED Talk?
No, it was just I think he's like some sort of entrepreneur or something.
Okay.
It was actually a good speech though. So thank you, Jarrett.
Yeah, very good speech. Not from
the
you,
thing
though,
about waking
fucker.
up from a coma is like pretty wild. That's a good way to look at it rather than just like, you are amazing. It's like, think about if you didn't know who you were and someone told you that you were something different, you would believe that and you would strive to be that. Okay, now we're good.
Okay, so we've had a bunch of technical difficulties in the last 3 minutes or so. Thankfully, you guys don't have to hear any of that, but it's time to get into Hot Mess Express. I hate that you have that and that you can use it and that I can hear it now.
I can't believe it works.
I love it and I also hate it at the same time.
Do you want me to play the inspirational music for the Hot Mess Express?
Sure. Okay, so this Hot Mess Express is from Mary. Mary says, so I took a little inspo from YouTube badasses and moved. I moved a couple hours away from home. Nothing crazy, but I was feeling way too stuck in my hometown, so I just took a leap. Moving day was the absolute worst. We hired a local moving company to load our boxes into the trailer at a U-Haul, but U-Haul canceled on me at 4:51 p.m. the day before I needed it, and they all close at 5 p.m. Anyway, they loaded everything incorrectly, but wouldn't listen to me, probably because I'm a stupid girl. I feel that on a personal level. For starters, they laid my TV face up, exposed to the sun, but at least it got there. It took my dad about 2 to 3 hours longer than it should have to get here because everything was flying out and they didn't secure anything correctly. Finally, he gets here. We unload. I forget about the awful day I just had, start to unpack, and of course, half of my couch is missing. Half of her couch. The cushions just flew away because they were placed on top. So fine, I was just happy to finally be in my beautiful new apartment. I called the place where I bought it and they told me the couch has been discontinued.
Oh no.
Meaning I cannot buy just the cushions for it, but they would gladly sell me another. So now here I am, texting y'all on my half a couch that I do have, staring at the empty hole next to me. I hope everyone's week is going better than mine. P.S. The entire move was a hot mess. The couch was just the icing on the cake. It also took me about a year to even get this couch, thanks to COVID.
And that is the kind of Hot Mess Express stories I like to hear.
Poor Mary. That sucks.
Congratulations. You're now the new conductor of Hot Mess Express, Mary.
And it wasn't even your fault, but you are the conductor because that's just your essence at this point. Because that's pretty much who I am.
Can we get an update from her on what happened? Wait, so this couch then was just trashed like that?
I mean, she sent us a picture that looked like her sitting on the couch that still had cushions. I don't know what she's going to do with the couch now.
Mary, if you're listening to this, please tell us what happened.
Yes. Text us back and tell us what exactly you decided to do. I guess you have to get a new couch. Like, how do you get non-cushions? Like, it's not going to be the same cushions.
You can't. Text us at 201-588-5139.
Oh, yeah, look at
that. English. Yeah, I just need to know what happened.
Okay, great. Do you want to do your spiel?
Yes. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. This is the end of the podcast.
Do you want to tell people what's happening next week?
Do you want to tell people what's happening next week?
No, but I think people should listen next week because we've got something.
So I think that you should tell people what's happening next week.
We've got something big coming.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's pretty big. But like, yeah. Is big the right word?
Yeah.
I feel like it's something different coming.
It's something
big makes it seem like really good. Exciting and like very positive.
Right. Maybe not
if this could be described as that.
It's not a. You're just gonna have to listen.
You just got so uncomfortable.
I don't know what else to say other than you gotta be there next week.
Yeah, be here next week, same time, same place every week, and you will find out the different news next week.
Big.
I can't say big. I feel like big is exciting. I don't know if this is exciting.
It doesn't have to be exciting to be big.
I guess, but I feel like that's immediately where your brain goes.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you'll just have to find out. So you, in the meantime, you can follow us everywhere at 20SDN Podcast and make sure you share this episode with your high school teacher.
Okay. Don't know if this is what a teacher should be listening to, but also I guess teachers also have a life outside of teaching. So yeah listen.
I think, yeah. Like everyone has that one teacher from high school that you know that you're like in contact with somehow, you know?
Sure.
Do you?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, then never mind. Or text us at 201-588-5139.
And you can follow us on everything at 20SDN Podcast.
I already said that.
Don't forget, I didn't hear you. Clearly, I wasn't paying attention. Also, don't forget to check out our friends at Almost On Air and My Day Friday. They come out the day after us. So if you're listening on Thursday, that'd be tomorrow. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at our text messages. Because we were just talking about how every time you misspell something, I'd call you out on it. And when we had that little technical difficulty, you texted me and you said, "My wife is being weird AF, 1 sec," instead of my Wi-Fi. And I texted you back and I said, "Tell her I say hi."
This is what the fuck I deal with, people. I just need everybody to know that. Just know that.
That was a good one, though. That was a good one.
Fuck off. Okay, I gotta go.
Have a great day.
Catch you next week.
Bye.